recently I was making a decision about whether or not I should invest in a business coaching program. It was quite a lot of money for me, and of course you start thinking, is it really worth it? Am I going to get what I want from it? Are they going to help me answer the questions I've got, help me with the problems I have, help me get over some of the things I'm thinking about, all of the struggles you have in business. And it got me thinking about how somebody might be feeling about investing in a career coach, or indeed investing in me. And I get that, because it's just like me going to a business coach. You haven't really budgeted for career coaching. You haven't thought, this is what I'm going to spend my money on. And so it's kind of a big deal. And so, of course, you're going to ask, is it worth it? Am I worth investing in? Yes, of course. But we don't always think that way. And there's probably lots of questions you have in your head. So the first thing I would say is, what is it that you want to get from it? What is the problem you have? What's the desired outcome you want to get to? And when I work with women, there can be a lot of reasons they come to me, and a lot of good reasons. So quite often it's to do with holding themselves back. So they're maybe feeling the imposter syndrome. Those of you that follow me and watch my stuff know I don't like that term, but their imposterism, they're feeling like, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I've got to where I am because I'm lucky, I'm not going to be able to get any further. That can hold you back from going for something. It could be that you keep missing out on promotions, and that is not a fun place to be. A big one that I think more people realise after chatting with me, but some do come knowing this, you should be earning more. So if you know you should be earning more, I'm telling you, you should be, then that would be a good reason, and a reason people do come and speak to me. One that I see a lot is, actually you're stuck in a rut and you're struggling to get out of it, and you've got to a place where you're not sure what's the next best step to take, and you're not even sure you've got the motivation to do that. Maybe you're really bad at setting boundaries, which is common. So you say yes to too much, you're doing everybody else's work, but you're not getting recognised or valued for it. Maybe you wish you were more confident and you could speak up more and go for the opportunities and feel like, yes, I can do this. One that's so a lot of those are probably quite negative reasons, things that you want to change about yourself. But one that doesn't get talked about too much is, I often have women coming to me because they've just landed a new job and they want to do it differently. They want to set those boundaries, they want to excel, they want to make sure that they have the impact that they want and they get recognised and, do all of the great things. Maybe you feel like your career has happened to you instead of you planning it, designing it, making it happen. And so maybe you want to be in control. And one I definitely see a lot is, everybody around you's been progressing, they're getting phenomenal results, and you're feeling left behind. And it's probably feeling not fair because you work harder, you do more, and you feel like you deserve, where's my turn? Well, your turn is now. And so that might be the reasons you think, yeah, I might think about working with a career coach, but is it going to work? And so I'll talk about that in a second. But I wanted to give you a few reasons to definitely not work with a career coach. Number one, you're having a shit day and you just think, I've had enough of this, I'm pissed off with my boss, I hate the people I work with, I want to go. Now, if you're having a series of those days, then yes, if it's a one-off, just ride it out. Maybe you haven't had enough sleep, maybe you're hungry, maybe you need something else, maybe a good book and some time to yourself. A day off might fix it. So if there's an easy fix, then it probably doesn't make a lot of sense. I do get a lot of people coming to me because they've got an interview coming up in a couple of days, and they think, "Oh, I'll get some career coaching." Well, number one, I ain't got time to drop everything to help you with your interview tomorrow. Number two, it's too bloody late. If you don't know how to sell yourself, you're not going to learn it in a day or two. So invest now for the next time. And a reason definitely not to go for it, or something that should put you off, is if you don't feel committed to putting the time and effort in. Now, it shouldn't be a lot of time and it shouldn't be a lot of effort, but you do need to show up for yourself. So thinking about some of those reasons, you may have something that has been in the back of your head. The big question of whether it's worth the investment is, what would it do for you to have made that level of change, to achieve the goal that you would really want, to feel completely different about yourself? Because I know sometimes when I tell people my price, they take a gulp, they recoil in shock. Because it seems like a lot of money. I don't know if they may be thinking £100 is going to fix a lifetime of no confidence, but it doesn't work like that. Usually when you invest in a good coach, it's about working together over a period of time to get phenomenal results. So you've got to think, what is it worth for me to have massive amounts of confidence? What is it worth for me to get a higher level job, more pay, more recognition, be more visible, to have a better network, to feel supported? And that's all things that a good career coach should be able to do for you. But a great career coach should be able to help you do that, plus other things. And I want to share a quote from that I took from a client when chatting with her in a session. "I'm no longer afraid of what will happen in my current job. I know that if I were to lose it tomorrow, I will be completely fine. I know what I'm great at, and I'm confident to tell others. I know how to get another good job. I would have no problem asking for and negotiating my worth. I know how to stand out and make a success of it. I look at and approach my career completely differently now." Thank you, Sinead. That's down to you. So, what would it do for you to feel like that? Is that something worth investing your money in? And that's what we're really talking about. What is that worth? That total shift in self-belief, in mindset, in approach, in just assurance about you and your future. So feeling totally confident, having a great career strategy, being able to back yourself, getting the results you want, know that you're using your full potential and having the impact that you want. Now, is that worth the cost of a holiday? Absolutely, it should be. Now, I think back to when I was struggling with my career, and would I have spent the money to go and work with somebody like me? The thing is, there wasn't anybody like me, and I did spend a lot of money on different things, and it all added up. So lots of books, little courses, courses that were sort of different. I got work to invest in me as well, which is always an option. People do get their time with me sponsored by their companies. But yeah, and then I think about the time I wasted. Like, that all costs you. But If that isn't enough to help you see, I want you to recognise that the cold hard facts may be something worth considering. So the women I work with get pay rises, promotions and increases. Like, they step up big time. Usually between 25% up to 117%, I think, is the highest I've ever helped somebody get. The highest I've ever helped somebody get. Like, that is a lot of money. And that's just the next step. So then there's thinking about, right, I'm working from a higher baseline now, so all other roles are going to be higher. And then you've also got the skills to negotiate harder and to ask for more, and you believe in yourself and you're more confident to go for that. So you get lots and lots more each time. Like, that adds up to a lot of money, ladies. Is that worth investing in? And that's what I hear my clients say to me. I never would have gone for that role without you. I never would have negotiated. I never would have asked for as much as I did. Plus, they don't just ask about the money. They negotiate bigger pensions, more benefits, more flexibility, more holidays. Like, they negotiate a better lifestyle. Anything from a 9-day fortnight to condensed hours, whatever, they go for it and get it. So that's more money, more benefits, more time, more everything for life. Now, is that worth investing in? And so the last things I want to say are, not all career coaches were made equal. And so you have to be careful about where you invest your money, because just because somebody says they're a good career coach doesn't mean to say they are. And like, before you work with me, I would expect you to have done your due diligence. Most people have followed me for quite a while. Most people have read my blogs, watched a couple of my videos. Very occasionally I get somebody that hasn't, but they've often been recommended. The number one thing is to speak to the person that you want to work with. And here's a few questions you can ask them, because coaching is an unregulated industry. So anybody can call themselves a coach and anybody can call themselves a career coach. Here's what will help you know if they are what they say they are. What are their qualifications? So look at the wider qualifications, but what are their coaching qualifications specifically? Have they done accredited training with one of the main bodies? So the International Coaching Federation, ICC, the Association for Coaching, AC, and I don't know this one as well, but it comes up a lot, the European Mentoring and Coaching Council, EMCC. So they should at the very least have done accredited training. But if you want to be extra sure, have they gone and got accreditation from one of those bodies? And I know when I did it through the ICF, and I'm just about to renew mine, you have to complete an exam, you have to I think get a statement from another coach, you have to submit coaching recordings so they can assess your coaching capability. You have to show evidence of coaching hours, you have to show evidence of continuing professional development, and so it's kind of a big deal. And so you can be pretty sure they're good at what they do if you go down that route. And because they've had to continuously develop, you know they're keeping their skills high. Like, I love to keep my skills high. I've gone back, as well as doing my ICF accredited training, which I've done twice. I've trained in NLP as a business practitioner and a master practitioner. I've trained as a positive intelligence coach. I've trained in accelerated learning. There's all these different tools and techniques, and I try and do a big thing every 2 years and lots of little things in between. Then you should ask, what experience do you have? So how long have you been career coaching? Who have you coached? What sort of problems do you solve? Ask them all those things. So I've been coaching for over 15 years now, and coaching leaders and career coaching and leadership coaching specifically for the last 7 years. And so I've got oodles of examples that I can share with you. So you should be asking, this is my situation. Who have you helped like me? What sort of results have you got? And if they know their stuff, they should, and have the experience, they should be able to give you examples of that. Like, I worked with an MD who discovered through our coaching that she was getting paid less than everybody else on the leadership team. And so not only did we rectify that, but we built up her visibility and recognition, so that it wasn't just I'm asking for this. It was a flipping out, what are we doing here, not paying this person right? She absolutely deserves it, and actually will back pay it for 5 years, because we recognise the errors of our ways and we will never do that again. And she was seen as the best person in the company. That kind of thing. They should be able to give you those examples. And ask if there are any stats or results that they can use to back it up. So one I would share is that in my career coaching, women, like 75% of them will get a promotion or significant pay rise within 1 to 4 months of working with me. No, or is it 1 to 6 months? Most are in the 4-month mark. A few go into the 6 months. And you have to think, not everybody's coming to me for a promotion or pay rise. But that's what happens. Ask them, can they share testimonials and case studies? Like, what proof have you got? What evidence have you got that you do well at what you do? And so they should have testimonials on creditable platforms like Facebook. It's hard to get somebody to leave a false testimonial because it's connected to their account and everybody they know will see it. Same on LinkedIn. So do they have testimonials and stuff on there? Now, some people don't push for them or whatever, and that's okay, but you want some evidence. So maybe you could ask to speak to a past client, and that's something I would readily do. I also use a testimonial platform that I can capture people's feedback on, and then it's displayed on my website, and they put their photo and name on there, although lots of people like to stay anonymous about working with me. So that is the thing. So often I get sent anonymous quotes as well. And the last question you should ask yourself after conversations is, do I trust, do I like, do I respect this person enough to want to work with them? Is the chemistry there? Is this going to work? And do I like their approach? And so when you've got positive answers to all of those questions, then go for it. It's absolutely one of the best investments you will ever make, and that is that's a quote I get back from many clients. It's the best money they've ever spent. They're so glad they did it. They wish they'd done it sooner. It changes their life. They go on to I don't know if all this happens with all career coaches, but they have to come back to me years later and say, Sinead, you're still in my head. I always have. What would Sinead ask me? Or what would Sinead suggest here? And so when you work with a coach, well, certainly with me, it stays with you for life. And that's one of the things that I do give to my clients, is Not just that I get in your head, but actually my programs you retain access to for life. So long beyond the end of our physical coaching relationship, you still get access to the materials and the supports to help you continue in your continued growth and amazingness. So if you would like to explore what career coaching would be like with me, then please do get in touch. So click the link with this and set up a call. And what I would say about those calls is I'm not pushy. I only want what's right for you, and I know whether I can help you or not. I will not offer to help you if I don't think I'm the right person or the right solution for you. I will recommend a book, a podcast, another coach. I will only say, yes, we should work together if I'm sure that this is going to be the right thing for you. And then the proof will be in the pudding. Let's try it, let's do it. And you could be the one saying, thank goodness, this is the best money I've ever spent. You've changed my life. I feel so confident. I feel so calm. I feel in control of my career, and like I can make amazing things happen for myself. And that's a gift that you get to keep for life.